Yourself.
Doing good? All right, so here's the deal, guys. I saw this over the weekend. I don't know the efficacy of it, but it was told to me that this came out of the WikiLeaks program. And the reason I think it's important to share is because I haven't seen anybody else share it yet. Usually I don't touch these things because somebody like Richie will pick it up. But what I'm going to do though is because at the end of this article it does get relevant to my channel. Okay, so basically what this thing is saying, first of all, from the Benenson Strategy Group in Washington, this is probably some kind of a think tank that they contract with to do heavy duty studies of what's going on and so forth. Basically, what it's saying in the first part of this document is that Hillary's basically cooked in terms of the election. Okay, that's the first thing it says. Then it goes through and talks about what the real numbers are right now. And it appears that we went from 46% in September to 62% Trump made up in this real poll data, in this real data. And Clinton went from 33 to 13. So basically, the debates and the issues on her health were named as the main deciding factors of it, and also all the email scandals and so forth. And then you've got this detailed, and I'll just stop the pages so you can read these by later, just kind of so you can go look at them, because this is just basically telling the story is that Clinton's going to lose this election. Okay, that's what this is about. Now, note the title of this document: Salvage Program. What the Benson Strategy Group apparently was contracted to do is to come up and say, here's how we can salvage the election. Okay, I can't make this stuff up, guys. This is trippy stuff. Now, this is the graph that I want to really get in here, though, because this is where it starts getting into our stuff. Okay. Here are the recommended salvage options as purported in this document. First one, Red Dawn, support too widespread. RD scenario using UN forces and Canadian border. What the heck is that? Would be effective in shutting down northern voting. It would simply delay the inevitable and result in hardened support for Mr. Trump. What is this? What is this? And then they have risks and issues, loss of property and rights. And then they're saying that alt-right forces are prepared for battle because we would be able to stiffen our backs. Second operational scenario, Cobalt Brain. The public has been primed for radiological attack and stockpiles have been positioned. What? While the psychological impact of a CO-60 weapon, I don't even know what that is severe, the threshold of opportunity may have passed to stop a vote. Loss of profit, leaks would compromise. BL riot. Staged civil unrest could prevent pockets of America from voting. The damage is too widespread. Loss or risks and issues. Command and control is dicey at this point. Substantial numbers of employed minorities have defected to Trump. Yeah, that's because he's not lying. Zika apocalypse. Improved strains of Zika have been delivered. And have disseminated them to operatives. Unfortunately, this will suppress women voters more than men. This would hurt Hillary. Sharia escalation. States have docked key immigration operatives without the required Muslim Islamist population in place. The IE plan will not be sufficiently impactful. And then finally, unnatural disaster. HARP is in skeleton crew mode. Subterranean thermobaric devices and fracking mines are untested. Surveys tests suggest this might not stop Trump voters. Recommended salvage, fire sign. For almost 2 decades, the Department of Defense and NASA have coordinated on a black book project under the code name Fire Sign. Fire Sign's aim is to create a religious awe effect. This would go along with Blue Beam and enemy populations to create an instantaneous psychological soft kill. The operation uses high-powered lasers to project real-seeming images on the sodium layer 100 kilometers above the surface. These images can cover hundreds or even thousands of square miles and can appear completely real, three-dimensional, and can move. Caution to all Nibiru researchers. Caution, Will Rogers. We obviously are open to deception here, according to this document, and I want to put that out there. These visual cues are augmented with pulsed ELF electromagnetic emissions, see Project Sanguine, that attack the specific areas of the prefrontal cortex that are stimulated during the religious experience. In limited tests, subjects have been able to be overwhelmed on both axes of vastness, the overwhelmingness of the subject's frame of reference, and powerful need for accommodation. The mix of those two will produce inaction, lack of focus on self or individual interaction, and gross transformations in mental equilibrium. A road to Damascus experience. Yeah. Finally, The ability to produce these effects across 23% of the continental United States is the objective of FireSign, and the field tests in the Levant have proven successful. The FireSign scenario is that of an invading extraterrestrial force of nearly incomprehensible scale, massive floating cities descending God-sized walkers among the clouds with terrifying weapons, wheels of fire, and eyes. Let me remind you that the workers of light will never come like this, you guys. When it's time for Jesus to return, Yeshua to return, it's not going to be anything like this, man. It's going to be the people that love him are going to love seeing him. This phenomenon, when activated, will bring about electoral and social systems to a halt. In afflicted areas, will permit a narrative wherein POTUS is able to call a halt to the invasion and hand over the torch to Clinton. In the aftermath of FireSign will be the psychological subjugation of areas where uprisings are most likely to occur. The induced trauma of FireSign will provide ample cover to the government and NGOs who will be providing aid, psychotropic to induce docility, and counseling services, which will further ensure further domestication. FireSign will require a great deal of power, mobile command stations with nitrogen-cooled supercomputers, and the co-opting of the alpha rays. We have created a schedule and teams